I'm going to show you how to do the Andy Warhol giraffe. So the first thing you need to do is open up the photo of the giraffe inside Photoshop. The next thing we need to do is we need to remove the background so that the only thing we have is the giraffe. There's a couple ways of doing it. You can take the eraser tool and just start erasing. You can make my eraser is pretty small, so there's a couple ways you can fix that. If you come up here at the top, you have the size. You can just make it bigger or smaller. Or the shortcut is to hit the brackets that are to the right of the P on your keyboard. One makes it smaller, one makes it bigger. So then you can start erasing. The other option is to come over here and choose your magic wand tool. The default tolerance is 32, but I would probably lower it to probably around 20. And then you start selecting objects, your background. If you see, it highlights everything that has similar colors, and then just hit delete on your keyboard. We still have quite a bit of a mess over here. So once I've deleted a good chunk of the background, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to come over here to my layer palette and I'm going to create a new layer. You can create a new layer by hitting the new layer button down at the bottom. It's the one to the left of the trash can. I'm going to click on it and drag it underneath, and then I'm going to basically just add a color to this. So the way you can do that is you have two different colors. You have your foreground and your background. Double click on the top square and choose any color that you want. I would just make sure you choose a pretty bright color. I'm just going to do a pink color. And then come over here and get your paint bucket tool. If you don't see the paint bucket tool, you might see the gradient tool. And in order to get the paint bucket tool, all you have to do is click, hold your mouse down, and click paint bucket. And then just click anywhere on your thing and it's going to color it. This kind of gives you a better idea of where you need to erase. So from here, I'm going to go back to my giraffe layer, grab my eraser, and start erasing everything that I see. If you go up to the very, very top, you see Windows, and then click Navigator. This is going to allow you to zoom in and out so you kind of have a better idea of what you're erasing. Oops. If you notice, I chopped off the ear right here. So to go backwards, it's just Command Z, and that's going to go backwards once. If you want to backstep more than once, it's going to be Option Command Z, 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 Z. So Command Z to backspace once, Command Option Z, 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 Z to back up multiple times. And I'm just going to chop off his whiskers. Okay. So once you're happy and you got them cut out fairly well, so then I just have the giraffe. I'm going to take my background layer that's colored and I'm just going to right click and go delete layer, or you can click and drag it to the trash can. It's going to delete it. So then I just have the giraffe, no background or anything like that. Okay, the next thing I want to do is I'm going to make this image black and white. The way to do that is I'm going to go up to the very top and go Image, Adjustments, Threshold. Okay, and you have a thing that pops up like this. Now, the key is you can move this and you see you get either all white or all black. You want to find a good medium where you feel like you can still tell what the picture is, but there's a good combination of black and white. So I kind of did about 120 and then click OK when you're happy. I don't know if I'm actually that happy with that, so I'm going to do it again. See, I wasn't happy with it, so I just hit Command Z and I'm going to do it again. I actually kind of like that one. Okay, so I'm going to do that. So that's perfect. So now that I have this one, I need to duplicate this layer. You can duplicate it by right-clicking and go Duplicate Layer, or you can click and drag it down to the New Layer button. And then I'm going to rename it. I'm going to rename one white and one black. In order to rename it, you just want to double-click on the layer name, and it's going to allow you to rename it. So I'm actually going to put the black layer on top and the white layer on the bottom, so you can just click and drag and it switches them. And then I'm going to hide my white layer. Hiding it means you just can't see it, and that's done by using the eye here. So make sure that your black layer is selected, and we're going to basically get rid of all of the white on this photo. In order to do that, you're going to go Select, Color Range, and then you have something that pops up like this. And then if you put your cursor over your giraffe, you have like an eyedropper tool. Click anywhere where you have white. Just click once and then click OK. And if you notice, now you have little marching ants over everything that is white. And then hit delete on your keyboard. And that's going to delete everything that's white. In order to get rid of the marching ants is what I call them, just go Command D, and that's D for deselect, Command D. So now I want you to hide the black layer and show the white layer, and then make sure you select the white layer. So this layer is going to be all white, and we actually are going to color the entire giraffe white. So what we're going to do is put your cursor over the little thumbnail that's located on the layer. Put your cursor there, hold down Command on your keyboard, and click the thumbnail. Okay, so Command, click the thumbnail. What that does is that selects your entire image. I'm going to come over here and choose my paintbrush, and I'm going to choose white as my color. So white should be all the way up in the corner, and the HTML code for that is 6Fs. So that way you get pure white. Then I'm just going to color my giraffe white. And then Command D to deselect once I'm done, and I'm going to go ahead and show both layers again. I'm going to go ahead and add a new layer, bring it down to the back or the bottom, and name it background. Now it's time to start coloring. So for this color scheme, I'm going to use 4 different colors. Okay, red, dark blue, yellow, and light blue. Okay, so I'm just going to start with a red background. So I'm going to have my background selected. I'm going to click on the color, and I'm going to choose the red. The red is going to be E7000A. Click OK. Grab my paint bucket tool and color my background. I'm going to choose the white layer, and in order to do that, I'm just going to hit Command, click on the thumbnail to select the white layer. I'm going to come over here to my color picker and I'm going to choose, let's do light blue. So I'm going to do 4F919F, kind of a different color blue. Click OK, grab my paint bucket and start painting my giraffe. Hit Command D when I'm happy. Click on my black layer, hold down Command, and then click on the thumbnail to select all of the black. And this one I'm actually going to make dark blue, so 0, 1, 2, 5, 3, and D. Click OK, and then paint that portion of my giraffe, and then Command D. Now you have giraffe number 1 complete. Now we're going to make a document that is 3 by 3, so you're going to have 3 giraffes across, 3 giraffes down. So in order to do that, the first thing we have to do is we have to create another document so that we can paste all of our 3 by 3 giraffes in there. So in order to do that, the first thing you have to do is figure out how big this document is. So in order to do that, you're going to go up to Image, Canvas Size, and if you notice, it says that our canvas is 28.444 inches, that's important, inches, by 28.444. Okay, so make sure I would write that down somewhere so that you can remember that. And then I'm going to create a new document. I'm going to go up to File, New. I'm going to name it Andy Warhol _ giraffe _ last name. So name it exactly this, Andy Warhol _ giraffe _ and then put your last name, not my last name. Okay, we're going to change this to inches. And we have to figure out, since we're doing 3 by 3, one giraffe was 25.444. So we got to figure out how much would 3 across be. So we're just going to do 28.444 times 3, 85.332. So 85.332, 85.332, and then click OK. So now we have a document. So I'm going to go back over to my giraffe. Now in order to get this giraffe to the other one, I'm going to select all of my layers. So I can hold down Shift and select all of them, holding down Shift, right click, merge layers. Okay, so now it's all one layer. I'm going to select the entire image by Command A. Command A is select all, and then Command C to copy or edit copy. And then go over to this one and go Command V or edit paste. And then take your move tool and move it to the very top. And we have our first giraffe. So I'm going to go back. Now we need to get our 3 layers back. So I'm going to go Command Z. Actually, I'm going to back up more than once. I'm going to go Option Command Z, Z, until you get your 3 things back. So then you just start changing colors again. So I'm going to make my background this time the light blue. So 4F919F. Click OK. I'm going to get my paint bucket tool and select my background. I'm going to choose the white. I'm going to hold down Command, click the thumbnail to select it. The only other color that we haven't used so far is yellow, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. FBDE8E. Click OK. Get my brush tool and start brushing. Okay, Command D. Get my black layer, Command, click on the thumbnail. Let's do red. So let's do E7000A. Click OK and paint. Okay, Command D. So my second one is done. I am going to merge all of these. Command A to select, Command C to copy, Command V to paste, and move it. Then go back, Option Command Z, Z until I'm back. And I'm going to continue this process until you have a 3 by 3 that looks something similar to this. Every giraffe needs to be different. There should be no giraffe that looks exactly, there should be no square that looks exactly the same. So use your imagination, and you can only use those same 4 colors. So yellow, dark blue, light blue, and red.